Well, hello there. So in the last few weeks, I bought an EOS R, which this video is being filmed on the EOS R in C-Log. I bought one and I loved it. So I sold my 5D Mark IV and I'm in the process of selling my 5D Mark III, and I also just bought a second EOS R. And I think this is one of the best cameras to hit the photography market for Canon shooters in a very long time. And let's talk why. In the last few years, you had the Canon 5D Mark IV, which is a workhorse and a beast. But the thing is, it's so heavy, especially with a battery grip, which I need to get one for this too, and my other one. But the thing is, it's just so heavy. And so when this came out, it's a fraction of the price. I'm in Canada, so the 5D Mark IV is about $4,000, brand new, maybe a little bit plus tax. And the Canon EOS R is $2,700 plus tax. So it's a fraction of the price with basically the same camera with a few more features. For example, we're shooting in C-Log right now, and on the Canon 5D Mark IV, you have to send it away to Canon for a week, and then you're not gonna have your camera for a week, and it costs $300. It comes installed on this, which I think is pretty cool. I also think it's awesome that like the photo quality is basically the same. The electric viewfinder is one of the best electric viewfinders I've ever seen, and the photo quality is great. And if you're wondering about photo quality, I've tested it in low light by shooting some events at my local church. I photographed a bunch of engagement sessions. I photographed in studio work, and I've even done some video work besides just what you're seeing right now. And overall, I think it's a great camera. It's pretty much a 5D Mark IV. I've heard people crap all over this camera saying it's not good, it's not professional. I just think that's simply not true. And at the end of the day, the camera doesn't define the photographer defines the camera. And to me, like, I can make money with this camera, so it's a professional camera to me. It's also incredibly lightweight. And even though a lot of people have said like the flip out screen is kind of gimmicky, I actually like it. Like right now, you might see me like kind of looking slightly off because I'm looking at the screen to see, kind of making sure my hand placement, everything is good. So it's actually kind of convenient. All things considered, like it's a really solid camera. It's a really solid buy. So we needed to buy another camera. Or two cameras that were consistent, and so it's either buy another Mark IV or sell our Mark III and IV and buy two EOS Rs. And so we decided to take that route, and honestly, we're really happy so far. But let's not totally discount DSLRs. The 5D4 is still a power horse. It is still ridiculously strong. Build quality, it is actually probably better than this EOS R. I don't know how well this would hold up in rain. I don't know. You also have to have this silly little adapter ring, which I think is dumb, but Canon did a really good job with like putting the ring on here, which I can use for my ISO or I can use for aperture, but it's nice because then it's almost like you have your exposure triangle all kind of in one spot with all just dials instead of having to press the ISO button and flip through it and trying to get it. It's not as finicky. I find with like the dial it's really nice, especially when you're looking through the EVF, the electric viewfinder. It's really convenient. So I don't know if the build quality is better, but it's a fun little camera. So if you're deciding between a Canon 60 Mark II and a 5D4, which I've heard somehow this is in between, I don't understand why, because it's the 5D4 sensor in this camera, but with a better computer. The one thing I will note is that the colors are not at all the same. So if you want to get a camera that matches your 5D4 with the same colors, it looks like it's about 2000 Kelvin cooler than the 5D4. It doesn't make sense. It's kind of bizarre Kelvin when I was editing it. But the photos, the raw files do look great once you edit them well. So if you're looking for a camera, you can't decide between a 60 Mark II, 5D Mark IV, or this bad boy, I would get this because it's a fraction of the price and it's an amazing camera. And I think mirrorless is the way to go. I think this, because Sony has put out some awesome stuff, Nikon's put out some awesome stuff, Fuji's put out some awesome stuff in terms of the mirrorless world, and Canon is finally starting to catch up. I don't see a reason for DSLRs anymore. I still think they're amazing and they'll be around for at least the next 5 years, but I don't see why you'll ever see a 5D Mark V. It just doesn't make sense to me. And if this is not a pro camera, my gosh, I can't wait for Canon to put out whatever they're gonna call a pro camera. It's only gonna go up to here. So if you're thinking about investing in mirrorless, maybe it's time to jump ship. Maybe give it a try. Either that, or go find a DSLR for super cheap, or buy my 5D3, because I'm still selling mine, but it might be gone by the time you watch this video. Anyways, this is not a technical review at all, but hey, it's my 2 cents as a working photographer on how the EOS R has been within my workflow, and I personally love it. And I would say if you're between these cameras, buy this one, at least check it out. You might actually really like it, because I think mirrorless is the future. Peace!